Приветствуем всех. И вот не помню, мы вроде бы с Генлифом не говорили. Хотя, как выяснилось, нам еще и с Элрондом надо поговорить, которого мы упорно игнорировали. Ну, тогда можно и с Арагорном немножко пару слов перекинуться.
Andriel, I'm glad you are here. I hoped I would have the opportunity to speak with you privately before you left for the Ettenmoors. I wish to tell you how proud I am of what you accomplished at Fornost. You have brought great honor to our household. Indeed, all of Imladris is singing your praises. But I do not believe you have come merely to hear my thanks. Do you have questions for me?
I discovered this scroll at Fornost. It is tainted with evil, yet I thought it best you should see it.
A wise decision. This is writ in the black speech of Mordor, a language I will not utter here. It is intended to instruct the reader in the use of dark sorceries.
We encountered orcs at Fornost who used spells against us.
Then it seems this has already been put to use. That is grim news. The Dark Lord is a master of necromancy and other foul sorceries. He has taught these abominations to men in the past, but never, to my knowledge, to orcs.
This is indeed a very grave threat. We cannot allow such an evil to spread. What is to be done?
I will destroy this scroll, at the very least. But wait, here I discover more. Listen to what is written herein. Scribed by the hand of Agandaur, disciple of the great Lord Sauron, for the empowerment of his servant Wulfrun and those others of his faithful who prove worthy. I will speak no more of these blasphemies, but it does say that this scroll is one of 7 such works.
So 6 more remain. Perhaps we might capture them as well.
That would be a great service to our cause. Should you recover them all, bring them to me, and I will ensure they are destroyed.
I will be certain to do so.
In the meantime, please accept this in appreciation for bringing this matter to my attention. Perhaps it will be of service to you in your travels.
There is something else. I discovered this tome hidden amid the ruins of Fornost.
Ah, now this is writing of an altogether more wholesome sort. This was not made by any minion of Sauron, but rather by the men of Arthedain, likely before the fall of Fornost.
It is many a long year since Fornost fell into ruin.
It is more than 1,000 years since the Witch King of Angmar conquered Fornost and brought about the end of the Dunedain kingdom of Arthedain. What a grim day it was.
Tell me about this realm of Arthedain.
Arthedain was the last fragment of the great northern kingdom of Arnor. The heirs of Isildur ruled as kings of Arthedain until it too was destroyed by the enemy.
Arthedain fell, but the line of kings was not extinguished.
It is true Isildur's line has remained unbroken, but without a kingdom to rule, they have not claimed the title of king and have been known simply as chieftains of the Dunedain. It is our friend Aragorn who currently bears that title, although he will be the last to do so. Either he will become a king, or Isildur's line will come to an end with him.
Perhaps this tome is a record of those days long past. It appears to use the Elvish characters as was common with those folk, but I can make little of it at a quick glance. Perhaps you can discover more.
Indeed. It seems to be a personal journal. And here is a name inscribed. M-A-L. Why, this appears to be a work of Malbeth, the seer of Arthedain.
Malbeth? Was he not a visionary of some sort?
Many of the Dunedain race are gifted with foresight, but none more than Malbeth. He predicted the final destruction of the kingdom of Arthedain, which befell exactly as he had foretold. I will examine this work carefully. Who knows what other visions are here recorded? It may be that we will find something of value to us in this time of trouble. You did well in bringing this to me. Take this in way of thanks.
I am pleased to have been of service. Thank you and farewell.
У нас 2 награды. Интересно найти свитки. Ну только свитки относительно того, что только что произошло.
Greetings, Andriel. I am glad for the chance to speak with an old friend. Need keeps me away from Imladris, but my thoughts are often with those who dwell here.
I would like to know more about those chosen to be part of your fellowship.
Who is it that interests you?
What of these other hobbits? Is it wise to send so many of the little folk on this quest?
We are asking much of Frodo. Until recently, he had never set foot outside the confines of the Shire. It will be a comfort for him to have the familiar companionship of his friends and kin, in the face of so much that will be new and frightening. I have traveled with these hobbits, and they proved far more courageous and hardy than many would suspect.
What of Mithrandir, of Gandalf? The two of you are great friends. Can you tell me something of him?
To know all there is to know of Gandalf would require a lifetime study. There is much about him that remains a mystery, even to me. Yet he is a relentless foe of Sauron, and without his vigilance, the ring would already be in the hands of the enemy. His wisdom and leadership will be of great value to the Fellowship.
What of this man of Gondor, this Boromir?
Boromir is the son of Denethor, the steward of Gondor. I had never met him before Elrond's council, but long years ago, under another name, I served his grandfather Ecthelion. The men of Gondor are valiant and strong, and by all accounts Boromir is foremost among them in courage and skill at arms. I suspect we will have need of his sword before our quest is through.
What can you tell me of the dwarf, Gimli?
I have spent little time among dwarves, but Gimli is one of Durin's folk, and the dwarves of that line are trusted by Elrond, in spite of the differences that sometimes divide elves and dwarves. If Gimli is like most of his kin, he will prove loyal and stout-hearted, enduring in hardship and fierce in battle.
One elf at least goes with you on your quest. Tell me about Legolas.
It is fitting that we have a representative of the Eldar along with us. Your people have been foes of Sauron since before my ancestors returned to the shores of Middle-earth. The Elves of Mirkwood are constantly called upon to protect their realm from the many enemies that infest that wood. They are skilled warriors and unmatched archers.
You go now to claim your rightful place as the King of Gondor.
Above all, I go to help Frodo fulfill his quest. For unless the ring is destroyed, Gondor will soon fall, king or no king.
I gather you had never heard of Agandar until these recent events.
I had never heard nor dealt with Agandar specifically, but I know his kind. Years ago, I served in disguise in the armies of Gondor, where I contended with the corsairs of Umbar, who were often led by those akin to Agandar. These black Númenóreans are a corrupt and wicked race. They worship Sauron as a god and seek the utter destruction of all who oppose him.
Good luck to you.
Oh.
The shards of Narsil, sword of Elendil. Soon it shall be remade, and Aragorn will bear it to war.
Так, и на всякий случай переговорим с Гэндальфом.
Ah, Andriel. It is good of you to seek me out. Though I did not say so before, I am most impressed by your skills as a lawmaster, and by the courage you and your companions have shown.
The Dunedain kingdom of Arnor fell long ago. There is nothing left in much of the north save ruins. Why would Sauron build a force here?
Sauron seeks dominion over all of Middle-earth. His desire is to order all things as he sees fit. Even were these lands empty from here to the sea, still he would seek to control them. There is power in Rivendell that could stand against him when all others fall, for a time. And this is something Sauron cannot allow.
Agandar struck me as being older than he appeared. Have you ever encountered him?
Though I know nothing of Agandar himself, I have seen his kind at other times in distant lands. He is likely a black Númenórean, and a master of dark sorceries.
It was long ago, even before my birth, when those distant kin of the Dunedain fell into evil. If he comes of that bloodline, he is even more dangerous than I had imagined.
Who can say what promises Sauron has made to him? Perhaps even a ring of his own. At the very least, Agandar expects to rule all of the north. he would be a cruel tyrant. The elves he will seek to utterly destroy. Hobbits, men, dwarves, any that survive, will be enslaved. And he will raise an iron kingdom in the north, in mockery of the ancient glory of Arnor. This is his dark dream. It must never come to pass.
When we first arrived, you said you recently passed through the Etten walls. Is there more you can tell me?
It is a rough and empty land, home to many trolls. I passed through with great haste, for I needed to reach Rivendell as quickly as I could.
And yet you saw no sign of trolls?
I saw neither trolls nor fresh signs of them, and that disturbs me more than encountering one. I doubt they've all packed up and left. Mindless brute creatures they may be, yet they can be used and driven to even greater wickedness by a strong enough hand. Agendaur could well be forming them into an army.
You believe he is mustering the trolls for an attack?
That is my fear. I would gladly be proven wrong, but my heart misgives me that somewhere in the Etten walls, you will find them gathering and being prepared for war. We must know. Such a force could be sent against Rivendell, perhaps in hopes of capturing the ring.
I will gather my friends and set out for the moors. We will see what we can learn.
Ну что ж, и в соответствии с нашими словами, действительно, наконец-то отправляемся на эти мшанники. Кстати, товарищи-то бегут за нами. Да, тоже не очень. Это как? Я сказать, что не очень резво. Зато мы едва в реку не выбежали.
This is rough country, no mistake. But so far, we've seen no sign of trouble.
But the moors stretch on for many leagues. It would be easy to miss something in these rugged crags and valleys.
Let us continue the
Enter the sphere of light and be healed!
Let's see if you can take me!
Да. Почему-то я ждал, что нашим товарищам дадут поговорить спокойно. Хорошо, хоть он сумел. А, что-то гоблин. Хорошо. Вроде бы ничего не упустили. Неожиданно. Ах ты ж. Молодец. Так, хорошо. Еще одну. Да ладно.
Just like a dwarf to spend so much time on the ground. Won't appreciate
Ох ты ж. Опять забываем. А он отпустил его. Ах так. Да, видимо, этот костюмчик действительно подходит для таких маневров.
Greetings, my friends. I could scarce believe what I saw from above. But elf, dwarf, and man battling the enemy together, such things are not often seen. I knew it had to be you.
Is that you, Belaram? I never thought we'd meet again so soon.
Nor did I. It does seem a strange coincidence, but a happy one, nonetheless.
How is it that you happen to be in the Ettinmores?
I serve as a scout for my people. We are at war with the stone giant Bargrasar, who has attacked us without cause.
A stone giant? I have heard tales of such creatures, but I scarce believed they were true.
Oh, they're real, all right. My kinsman encountered them once while crossing the Misty Mountains. They never mentioned the creatures were hostile, though.
They seldom are. Eagles and the stone giants have shared the mountain heights without conflict for many generations. But this giant, Bargrasar, is different. Without provocation, he ambushed some of our people, taking them unaware and striking them down with hurled boulders. Many of our areas he also destroyed, along with the defenseless fledglings who nested there. Gwai here summoned his strength to punish the giant, but he fled before us. We believe he has come here to the Ettinmores, where he is gathering an army of orcs and trolls. Bargrasar is a threat to all. The sooner he is destroyed, the safer we shall be.
We will not leave our allies to face this enemy alone. Let us join with you in the hunt for Bargrasar.
Your aid would be most welcome. Together we may be able to best him. Every hour he lives, his following grows greater. Let us press on!
Скрылся. Так, быстро осмотримся. И посмотрим, что там дальше. Эй. Вот же защитная. Дайте прыги. Так, нам дальше или выше? Очень интересно. Ну, тролль, что поделать. Да отпустишь ты его. Отпусти гнома. Оу. Ай. Так, хорошо. Ага, спускаемся таки. Искусственный кузнец. О, золотистый белил нашли. Точнее, один. Зеленый нашли. Недаром сюда повернули. Свиток кольбура. То, что нам необходимо. Хорошее местечко. Секретная область? Где? Так, ну, скорее всего, тоже придется обойти. Ага, хорошо работает гном. Упс. Так, вижу туннель, вижу подъем. Нам тут завал не обеспечит между делом. Лицо великого чертога. Так. Ну, ладно. А, все лишь заготов.
Back on your feet, laddie. We need your help.
Sorry to put you to that bother, my friend.
Thanks, my friend. I'm in your debt. We need healing. That was too close. You have my friend.
Much appreciated, friend.
Nearly done for. I'm badly hurt.
Да, как это нередко бывает, у меня часть звуковой дорожки пропала. Так что на этом пока что все.